I was just remembering one of the funniest moments that I remember. I was on the coast of England, and we'd parked the car up on a hill. Yeah, everyone was parking their cars up on the hill, and we went to visit some friends. And I was with my goddaughter at the time, which is family friends. And when we were coming back, I had an old banger at the time. I was at uni, student car, and I came back and we'd realised that I'd left the lights on throughout the whole day, and there were no cars. We were some of the last people to come and pick up the car. No cars. I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to get this car started? Well, luckily we were on the top of a mountain, like a hill. So all I had to do really was just let go of the brake and then, let it go and then try and turn it on. My goddaughter, bless her, who's so brave, said, Madrina, which is godmother in Spanish, said, I'll come with you. I'm like, oh, cool, because nobody else volunteered. All the adults obviously living in fear and stuff. So she was about, 8 years old. Come along then. So she jumps in the car, and this car starts rolling. And I'm telling you, like a long distance, it starts rolling. Now, right at the bottom, there were some people there surrounding a car. And I remember the sun was setting. It was actually a really nice scenery. And as this car's going, and it's still not starting, I'm going, oh my goodness, what happens if this car literally bangs into that car? So these people notice, because the car's not making any sound. Suddenly they look up and they see this car literally rolling from nowhere. And their first reaction was to protect the car. And then the next thing they notice, this car's not stopping. So they ran away from the car. Luckily, just in time, I managed to turn the car on and steer away from the car. But it's just so funny because I remember feeling, I need to stop this. This is too much motion. This is too much momentum. I need to put the brakes on this. But at the same time, I knew I couldn't because I needed to get the car started. Because once that hill was over, there was no one there to push me. And I relate this to life. And especially when you're on any endeavor, whether it's education, training, whether you're in business, I find that when you start picking up momentum, when you start, i.e. gaining clients, or you start, doing really well at anything in particular, just notice, I notice that my Lolita wants to put the brakes on it. It's almost like an avalanche, like a snowball picking up more and more snow as it's going down the hill. And it's almost like trying to put the brakes on it because it might get too much. I might not be able to handle it. What if I get too many clients? What if I get too much success? What would I do? And how much we sabotage ourselves because we're so concerned about picking up too much momentum. So we might find ways of distracting ourselves. You're right in the middle in the flow of things, and then suddenly there's somebody at the door. Suddenly your phone rings. Oh, and then you go and you deal with that text. And nowadays you can't just deal with the text. You've got to go onto the Facebook and then, oh, look what so-and-so. Oh, I need to remember that. And we are masters of distraction. All in the way of self-sabotaging. There's this fear, and I relate to this, which is why I share about it. When things are going really, really well, surely I need to put the brakes on it because what happens? How would I manage if I might meet success? How would I manage if I get too much good stuff coming my way? And I bring this up because just notice, where do you do that? Because I certainly do. I'm in flow, I will find a distraction. The neighbour will ring on my door for something. I know that at some level, I'm causing that. Yeah? Such a fear of success that we have. We're so conditioned that we will self-sabotage. How do you self-sabotage yourself?